Good evening, ladies. Jane, as always, your food was excellent.
Thank you, Mr. Jim. I'm glad you liked it.
Take care of yourself, okay? Don't work too much.
You saw that, right? Stop it, Sophie.
Why should I? He's a good man, has his own business, stands on solid ground. And he respects you. He likes you a lot. Jane, honestly, aren't you tired of being alone all these years? Since your husband left, it's been, what, 15 years?
16. George was 4 when he left. Now he's 20.
And you've been working nonstop. I know you do it for your child, but don't you deserve some rest too?
How can I rest? Expenses pile up, his studies are demanding. Architecture isn't cheap. Every month, he needs drafting tools, paints, models.
And you sacrifice everything so he can succeed.
I don't mind. He's a good kid, never asks for much. But I see how he looks at the other students, the ones who don't worry about money, who live more comfortably. And I wonder, am I being unfair to him?
You're not being unfair. You're raising him right. But Jane, what about you? Mr. Jim looks at you in a way that, well, you know.
This isn't the time for such things. George is my priority.
George is growing up, and you deserve to rebuild your life too. And where is George now?
Where else? At his university. My little bird doesn't trouble me at all. Just think, he's paying his own way through school on scholarship, having been among the top entrants in architecture.
Well done, my dear. You should be proud of him.
May he stay well.
Galaxy Cafe bubbled with laughter, music, and conversations whose intensity far exceeded what their mundane topics warranted. Yours truly, George Chrysaphis, her little bird, hunched over my binder clip folder at my usual corner table, trying to focus. My pen hovered over the blank page like a satellite out of fuel. My mind? Well, that had been orbiting the far side of the room for the past hour. Lisa laughed at something one of her friends said, her golden hair shining so brightly in the sunlight that I briefly wondered if I needed sunglasses. There was a magnetism to her presence, something that made the room revolve around her like she was the center of the universe. To me, she wasn't just beautiful, she was untouchable, a lighthouse of confidence in a sea of ordinary mortals. And of course, she remained completely oblivious to my existence. I glanced down at myself, an old t-shirt, jeans that had probably shrunk in the wash. Or maybe I just grew taller? Yeah, right. And sneakers whose soles were fighting a losing battle for survival. Obviously, a girl like Lisa wouldn't spare a glance for someone like me. I scooted my chair back a little further, trying to fold into myself as much as possible. Lisa glowed with confidence. Me? If I were a color, I'd be beiged.
You okay, George?
Bill, one of the few classmates who tolerated my existence, smirked like he'd just uncovered state secrets. Lisa again, huh? You've got that creepy stalker stare going on. I'm not staring, I lied, my grip on my pen threatening to snap it in half. I'm just studying human anatomy. For architecture, obviously. Sure, buddy, Bill snorted. Good luck with that. She's into guys like Danny, tall, athletic, and financially stable. You know, the opposite of you. The words stung. But it wasn't just Danny, the basketball prodigy / Adonis hybrid, who made Lisa seem light years out of reach. It was my entire life's aesthetic. Dad vanished when I was 4. Like a magician, but with less applause. Mom? Worked diner shifts so long the regulars thought she was part of the furniture. Budget? Luxuries meant not reusing tea bags. Lisa stood to leave, her golden hair catching the light like a shampoo commercial. She didn't even glance my way, which was fair, since I basically blended into the walls like human wallpaper. I watched her go, my chest doing that weird squeeze thing. 50% longing, 50% indigestion. Maybe she didn't know my name. Or worse, maybe she did. But then, the master plan flickered in my brain. Last Saturday, at the Strangers concert, Lisa had practically glowed when the guitarist shredded his solo. Bingo. Her kryptonite wasn't just confidence or biceps, it was musicians. I peeked at the flyer in my folder, a crimson electric guitar, identical to the one owned by Danny, my neighbor, nemesis, an overall life ruiner. Secret weapon? I'd been secretly practicing for years on my dad's old acoustic, my emotional support object. Now, it might actually be useful. Problem? Guitars cost more than my entire wardrobe, which, granted, was just 3 shirts and hope. My wallet held half the amount. Solution: more odd jobs. Read: becoming the neighborhood's unpaid errand gremlin. Lisa wasn't just a girl. She was a supernova, outshining mere mortals like me, and hey, wouldn't cut it. I needed a grand gesture. A way to turn invisible into unignorable. Or, at least into that weird guy with the guitar.